physical therapist. I work in home health care, and I have been looking to explore the Colorado Trail. We kind of came about it randomly just with hiking and running, and so we ended up really wanting to do it and try to do the whole thing because we can, and we decided to tie it a little bit with a nonprofit. So we're trying to raise money for Range of Motion Project, which is a nonprofit that raises money for patients who need prosthetics, and they don't even just get them for transfers or for being able to walk just a little distance. They really try to push what is ability and mobility. And so they take these patients up on mountains, and they take them on the stream, and they take them, so it's about, you know, pursuing your dreams and what mobility means to you. And so we're really, given that I work with patients so much, it was just something that really touched my heart. And so we're using Aska, our dog, as our Instagram page, and we're kind of advertising and raising money from that.
And my name's Jordan, and I decided to hike the Colorado Trail because my wife told me to. No, I work with this nonprofit organization called the Poudre Heritage Alliance, and we're one of 3 national heritage areas in the state. When I had heard about the Colorado Trail a while back, before I'd been taking this job, it's just made me appreciate more our state and getting to see it in its fullest extent, and crossing over mountains and then getting to the next range and getting to experience that culture, and not only along the trail itself but also in the towns where we get to stop at. It's obviously enjoyable to get to do it with somebody else who also wants to do it.
I love these awesome women who are through hiking, and I think they're incredible.
By themselves.
Yeah, by themselves.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the mental game for it by myself. I'm realizing that it's a lot more fun to share that with Jordan.
I think my favorite segment has been this last segment, because it finally felt like we were in the mountains again. You know, you could see the mountain ranges, and you could see a lot of aspens, and it's kind of that picturesque of this is what Colorado is, or what people think of when they think of Colorado. The first few segments are really tough. They're kind of like a really tough appetizer course to what the rest of the trail is going to be, because it's lower elevation, really hot this time of year, especially when the time frame that we decided to hike it. And so I think this last one was my favorite.
I think the hard part is all mental game, so just don't get frustrated when you have done all of that. We did a ton of research, and I tried on like 5 different pairs of shoes, but I still have terrible blisters that I'm dealing with every single day, so it's been really hard. But I think it's just part of it too, like just knowing that you have that community. I mean, running into people on the trail, just realizing that, like, don't let it get you down. It's really hard.
I think my favorite part overall is just the fact that, you know, I love trail running, I love hiking, and I love camping. But at the end of the day, you're always trying to figure out like this circle, and you have to get back to where you started, you know, of like, oh, I got to get back to my car, and then I got to go home, or oh, I got to figure out, just got to go out and back and come back to like where I started. Versus, you know, when you're doing a trail like the Colorado Trail, you're going point to point. You know, you're like, where's the next thing that I go over? You look back and you can say, oh, I finished that segment, and now I get to go forward, and you just get to keep going forward, and that's really satisfying mentally for me. Because again, you get to see a lot of the state, and you get to see things that you wouldn't necessarily get to see if you're just going out and doing a trail run or something, because at the end of the day, you got to figure out a way to get back to your car, or you know, back to your house or something, and it's just a much different feeling, and it's very satisfying.